What's up guys, Slither here. So I thought I would talk about Phainon a little bit more about his overall ranking and placement in the tier list here. So Pridewin decided to put Phainon T0 for MOC and T0.5 for Apocalyptic Shadow and T1 for PF, Pure Fiction. I will say the Pure Fiction ranking is quite accurate because Phainon does not feel good to play in Pure Fiction at all. He just yeah it's one of the big skill that he does, that big skill attack, AoE attack in his ultimate that like does so much damage. It does not have like that kind of like what do you say, like when there are a lot of enemies it does a lot of damage, and everyone for most of the enemies you don't need that much damage, so it's the damage is kind of wasted. It's only useful for the middle elite or boss enemy there in the pure fiction. But yeah, most of the enemies just like don't even need that hit. You just kill them with the follow-up attack anyway, the counter that he does. So for pure fiction, it does feel quite rough. I prepared some clears for you. We'll take a look at them in a bit. I couldn't clear 40,000 at all. Maybe with some better RNG and better stats on him, I guess I could have done better. But yeah, with my current build, I couldn't do it. I'll show my build in a bit. But let's talk about Apocalyptic Shadow. So I think this one is actually wrong. For Pure Fiction, the T1 I think is quite accurate. It's fine. But for Apocalyptic Shadow, I think it's just wrong. Like there's nothing much else to say. He's absolutely insane in Apocalyptic Shadow due to the fact that when you break the enemy bar, whenever you are inside your ultimate, when you end the ultimate and if the enemy is broken one time, you will the entire team will have their ultimate, so that's you can just basically get into the ultimate back at the same time without wasting any AV and keep doing what you are doing, and you will retain all the buffs basically. That's just crazy to think about. You just end the ultimate and get into it immediately, and you can like break the if you break the enemy again, it's GG. And then so yeah, if you break the enemy one time, you complete the phase. If you break the enemy second time, you complete another phase. It's just that easy in Apocalyptic Shadow. We'll take a look at that. I did 3 million damage on the enemy on one hit because the enemy bar was broken on my last attack. We'll talk about that. So I think his Apocalyptic Shadow ranking is quite bad. I do think he deserves to be T0 with these characters. I don't know why they put him here. I have no idea. Yeah, I do hope they change the ranking in the upcoming version. Even though, like in the upcoming version, is definitely going up because of other reasons. But we'll talk about that soon. But even now, I think he deserves to be T0. For Memory of Chaos, it does feel quite rough without the right supports. But T0 is kind of fine because it does perform on the level of these characters. However, if you think about it, in terms of like new character being better than everyone and all that power cream and all the stuff, if you remember characters like Fei Xiao, characters like Firefly, characters like Acheron, when they came out, they absolutely destroyed the Memory of Chaos. They could zero cycle easily, but for Phainon, it's not the case because of the action value, of course. But even like with his signature light cone, it does not feel that crazy without the right support. You do need Sunday and Bronya in terms of to like make his best team and all that stuff. And if you don't have Sunday's light cone, it's like even worse. You will get into some big skill point issues. And of course, there's another character coming out in the future. Her name is Seridra. I already covered Red Kit in a different video. You can go check that out, how she works and what she does. But Seridra will be a huge buff for Phainon. So after Phainon, expect Phainon's ranking to go up on Apocalyptic Shadow. Surely, even if they don't think right now is tier 0, you will definitely be tier 0. You can think that. But if you are a Phainon haver, make sure you pull for Seridra as well because she will buff a lot on him. She will be a huge pickup for you if you don't have like if you have Phainon. And for now, you are kind of using like Robin on the third slot, basically, most of the time with Sunday and Bronya. And for Apocalyptic Shadow is Ruanmei. Of course, you do need Ruanmei here. Do not use Robin here. Absolutely use Ruanmei. Ruanmei's value in Apocalyptic Shadow is so high. That's why you see Apocalyptic Shadow values is T0 here, but in the other two is T0. Sorry, she is T0.5. So yes, he's absolutely busted here. And yeah, see, so that's about it about the tier list. Let's take a look at some runs here. I made 4 runs. Two of them Memory of Chaos side, one Pure Fiction, and one Apocalyptic Shadow. He absolutely destroyed the Apocalyptic Shadow, and I did 3 cycle on the first side on the Bug Swarm, and 1 cycle on the second side on his physical side, actually on Hoolay. So let's take a look at the bug side quickly, and then we'll take a look at the other ones as well. So because all of the like clears build will be the same. I just showed the builds 1 time or 2 times, I think. Let's take a look at the build here. So E0, E0, S1, these are the stats. I am using both of the best in slot relic sets, by the way, as you saw there. But yeah, these stats don't look that good, right? He needs a little bit more attack, more crit damage, because my build is new. Both of the sets are new, so I don't have that much good pieces. Basically, the orb is basically just too so bad. It's really bad, and the boot isn't that crazy as well. So yeah, I do need to improve those. But of course, if you see here, my speed is quite low here, if you like notice. So this speed is absolutely fine with E2 Bronya. If you don't have E2 Bronya, you might need to consider getting speed boots on him and get to 136 or something to for the perfect speed tuning of Phainon into Sunday into Bronya. So yeah, and with this speed, I will be fine after the first turn with the E2 Bronya buff. So just yeah, that's why I have this much speed. E0 S1 Sunday, E0 S0 Robin, and of course E2 S1 Bronya. Let's take a look at the run here. Let me just skip this part a little bit. The run starts here. What I basically do is I do the rotation, all that stuff, go back to Phainon, and I use my Robin ultimate here after the Bronya skill. And when I am here after using the skill, I use the Bronya ultimate to gain the buff and gain the final core flame and use the ultimate immediately. And if you saw there, when I use that ultimate, as I just used the Robin ultimate, Bronya and Sunday will be at 0 AV. So whenever you end the ultimate, they will be back to 0 AB, and you will immediately get to use the turns with them. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. That's why Robin is very valuable here. We are getting into the ultimate right now. This is the first side, Swarm Side, mind you. So I decided to do this here because there are 4 enemies. That will be a lot of hits, and we can get a lot of soul scores or more damage basically. In the counter state, you just basically do more damage the more the enemies hit you basically. So yeah, 355k, not bad. Then I'll do the big attack, 564,000. Those damages could be a lot higher, but my build is not that crazy. So yeah, it needs some more attack and crit damage. 500k. I think I do a normal attack here. Yeah, absolutely. Basic attack. I think I do a counter here. And then it will end the ultimate after this next big attack. I don't think I kill them here because they have a lot of HP. But if you have a better build, you could kill both of them before this final attack and you could get a better cycle. So basically you can get a 2 cycle. I got a 3 cycle, which is like 1 cycle close. But with a better build, you will be able to get the 2 cycle on this side. Getting a 1 cycle or 0 cycle on this side is very hard. It's not. I think it's not possible with E0 S1 because his action value works like that. 0 cycle is just impossible, and even 1 cycle is quite hard. So you see, with that 500k, I do not kill them, and even with this one, I do not kill them. That's like 400k. So yeah, they have quite a bit of HP left. So, but I will be able to end them before this phase. Is nice. I do a normal attack here because when I get the Bronya buff, I'll be able to do more damage with the skill. That's why I do the skill here, and both of them died here. So we got to them before the phase ended, so we're on the same cycle, obviously. So basically, you would run into quite a bit of skill point issues here and there. Just do fine and normal attacks and keep stacking the buffs until you get the ultimate. Basically, I should skill here. Okay, I didn't skill there. Okay, I might have thought I have the Sunday ultimate, so I just have enough core flame, so it wasn't really an issue. I do get enough here, so that's basically just all right, I guess. So let me just do the big attack, then we'll skip to the end kind of. Okay, let's skip to the end of this ultimate, I guess, to show you what happened there, how the rotation went. I can end it with a one normal attack here, and it will go into the next phase, and it will end the ultimate now. This side is quite hard with Phainon because the boss does not have physical weakness and all that stuff. You do get the physical weakness in your ultimate state though, but the boss still has a little bit more resistance. So now that the ultimate ended, I can basically skill on Robin to get the ultimate faster, right? I skill on Robin here. We'll get another Robin ultimate basically I just pull Robin up with a Bronya skill. That's basically it. So I do that and I skill and I pull up Robin with Bronya to get the ultimate. This is like a quite a nice move because you can do all this stuff with Robin, and basically after doing the ultimate with Robin, we can pull a full team up, which is like even more better. But the speed tuning is kind of bad now because we did not skill Phainon with Bronya. He lost the speed buff from the E2, and see the action order is kind of like cooked now. Phainon is in the last slot, otherwise he would be in the first slot. So yeah, but it is what it is. We still have the Sunday buff. After doing this and using a Bronya skill, we'll have the. Okay, I do proc the E1 here, I think. Yeah, I did proc. Otherwise, it would have been a bad run because if you see here, let me just go back to 10 seconds. If you see here, I do not have enough skill points, right? I have only one skill point for the skill on Bronya, and I need two core flames. So I either need to skill on Phainon or get like two from somewhere, which I don't have right now. So if I skill here, I'll have 0 skill points. Thanks for my E1. My E1 proc and it gave me a skill point, which is like kind of RNG in this run, but yeah. So you see my skill point, I got a skill point from my E1 of Bronya, and that gave me a skill point to skill on Phainon and basically get the last core flame for the ultimate, and then I can just end this run here, I think. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, if you see here, I do get the Bronya buff, and but I think, yeah, I do think I have the Sunday buff as well because his buffs stays for more than one turn. Yeah, this is basically a done run right now. It's he will die basically, and we did it in 3 cycles basically. Yeah, but you could do it in 2 cycles if you have a better build than mine. My build is not that good. I mean, it is quite good, but it can be better because the relics are new, right? The sets are new, so I don't have crazy pieces right now. I will need to farm a bit more, but there are just so many characters right now. I don't have time to specifically farm for him. Yeah, 1.3 million, and to end it. Yeah, that was a 3 cycle for the first Swarm Side. By the way, I did another run with Phainon E0 S0. That was also 3 cycles. So the S1 didn't quite make the difference I wanted to, but whatever, man. It does give more base speed and more defense ignore, which will be good in the long run when we get a better build. But we are kind of getting cooked because of the build now. The build is not that good. Let's take a look at the second side, which is 1 cycle. So yeah, let's take a look at this side. This is the main side that we should talk about because this is the side that has physical weakness, right? So this side is like really hard. The enemies hit a lot. They hit quite hard here. You just need a little bit of RNG because you see the first attack that this enemy did. If this damage does not get distributed among all allies, and if they decide to target any one of the like any one of the characters, they will basically die on the first turn. It's like insane to think about both of them hitting that much. But yeah, we do the basically the same rotation basically. You do all that stuff, and I go to Bronya. I do a ultimate here, and after doing the Bronya scale, we will do the Robin ultimate. Yeah, we do the Robin ultimate, then we skill again, and we go into the final ultimate basically. You see there, we have 14 of the core flames, so that's like 2 extra, which will be useful in the long run. We will see later in the run. So we basically kill them here in a bit. Let's just go move forward a little bit to save some time. Watching this might be a little bit boring for the easy stuff, right? So yeah, they're basically dead here after this big attack. One of them died and another one alive. Will hit them with a normal attack, and yeah, so the phase ended before the cycle ended, so we do get the cycle back here. So yeah, we did get the cycle back with the extra remaining turns. So this attack is 600k. Yep. We'll end the ultimate here, but you will see how we get in the next ultimate soon. Let me just attack again. I decided to counter, okay. Ultimate ended 600k. Both of them has 0 action value because we ended on Robin. We're about to get the ultimate on the next turn. I think I used the ultimate here because the cycle was before, right? Yeah. Yeah, so what happened there was I got good RNG on the run, which will be important for you on a lot of the time. So you see here, after my turn ended here, after the Bronya turn, I used the skill again. I do not have enough core flames, right? I need 3 more. So I need 3 of the enemies to hit me to get it. So I basically got hit 3 times and I got the ultimate. We did run out of the Bronya skill though, which is fine. It's not really a big issue. But we did get the ultimate, so I got into the ultimate right away. And I basically end this phase of him 1%, which will be enough for a skill, of course. I mean, like a basic attack, the blast attack. He goes into his next phase. We get to do another big attack. Then the cycle ends, goes into a new cycle. And we don't need to do another rotation here because after this we'll just end him. I was just checking the buffs, how many I got. Of course, you if you like in your build could reach 80% crit rate with even with Sunday, that would be nice because with Sunday you will have a 100% crit rate like I have here, which is like really good. So you don't miss any of the crits. I think I used the counter here. I think, okay, I didn't. I forgot. I did use the counter after though. So yeah. So I ended in this cycle. Obviously, that was like a 1 cycle clear. And I think I ended with a 1x as well. I did not do 1x, I think. Never mind. I think I did it for Apocalyptic Shadow, not this one, not MOC. So that should be the clear. So we ended it on 24 cycles and we started it on 25 cycles. So that's one cycle clear for you on the Hoolay side, and we cleared with 3 cycle on the Swarm side. Let's take a look at some. We'll not take a we'll not waste much time on the pure fiction. We'll just take a quick glance at it. So I start it basically, and it goes, and at the end we reach about 35,000 points. I couldn't do more. I tried multiple times. Most of the times were like 32,000, but this time I got quite more lucky. Enemies hit me more, so I got the ultimate faster, so I got more like actions before the turns, before the cycle ends of the last cycle. So yeah, I did not could not get more than this. Maybe with a better team or something I could get. By what could be better than this, I'm not really sure. I think this is the best team even for pure fiction. Something like Tribi might work a little better with the more AoE stuff. I basically got 35,000. Could not get more. Let me know if you got more than this in pure fiction, but I couldn't find any more good results. So let me know how your runs go on pure fiction. Let's take a look at the talks of the. So basically, you see here, right? He is here 0.5 in Apocalyptic Shadow, at tier 0.5. So after seeing this run, you will know why he's not tier 0.5 in Apocalyptic Shadow. He's absolutely insane here. So on the first side I got this much, so let's see how much you get on the second side. Basically this is the main thing. So obviously you want to use Ruan May on Apocalyptic Shadow. It's very important. Ruan May has a lot of value here because of the weakness break, efficiency and all that stuff, and the action delay too. So this ultimate that I am doing, it will like stay for the entire duration because Ruan May is not getting more turns. Absolutely not. We'll just get to the ultimate and Ruan May will just fade away. So it's just a permanent uptime on the ultimate, which is nice. Basically same rotation and all that stuff. I'm hitting the right enemy to break its weakness faster basically before I get into the ultimate. After the ultimate I can just hit them with AoE. So yeah, one of them died, I think. Okay, it's close to dying. I think I do a counter. I'm not really sure. I think I do a counter. I should do a counter because they will hit a lot. So yeah, of course, counter is better here. So the more enemies hit you on your counter, the more damage you do basically. So that's why in pure fiction you just want to spam the counter. That's his playstyles, counter and big attack. That's basically it. But it will waste a lot of time because every single enemy will take turn and there are like 5 enemies. So one of the enemy died and we basically do this. And as soon as he broke the... Okay, so whenever you break the boss's like weakness bar, you gain full ultimate and 100% action advance on all of your teammates. But since they're not here, we get the action advance here kind of because Kafka goes down. But we also gain the ultimate. We'll see that in a bit. Let's go. As you can see, that's a lot of damage. That was a waste of a big skill, but whatever. But even though it kind of wasn't a waste because the next turn he gains the weakness back, so it wasn't gonna do a lot of damage anyway. I should do a counter here as well. Counter will absolutely be better. I should do a counter. Yeah, absolutely. I did a counter. So just keep in mind, as soon as I end the ultimate, I will have the full team's ultimate ready. So what I do here, just keep in mind, I will not do anything. I'll just get straight to the ultimate without even thinking because I already have all the buffs. Absolutely, like don't even think about anything. Just get straight to the ultimate. I have Ruan May's buff. I have Sunday's buff. I have Bronia's buff. I don't even need to proc those again. I just get straight to the ultimate, do the big attack, and yeah, just keep going. He's insane here because of this. I should do the like a normal attack, I think. Yeah, to break the enemy. It will break a lot. It did break, and now just see how much damage it does. So now just see how much it's at 52% health, right? Just see the damage here. Look at that. Before even the big attack hit, it did 3 million damage total, but before even the attack hit, we already killed the enemy. That's how much powerful this attack is in pure fiction. Sorry, in Apocalyptic Shadow, without the boss resistances. But we got a diabolical score. 3700 is absolutely insane. It's like very close to a zero cycle, I think. And yeah, so 3300 is the point amount you need. You need 3300 on each side for the 6600 max rewards. But sometimes you can do like one side better, one side worse. But yeah, we got 3700 on this side, which is like absolutely insane. So after that, you might know what I mean by like his Apollo Shadow ranking of T0.5 is quite bad, should be higher. But you might make an argument about being E0 S0, but even I think with E0 S0 he'll do quite as good. It's not even a question. But yeah, I do think the Apollo Shadow needs to go up absolutely. It's T0.5 is absolutely not fair. I think he should be in T0 minimum. To be honest, personally, I would think he's like worse in Memory of Chaos. To be honest, but yeah, he's pretty good, well, except for pure fiction. So let me know what you think about Phainon and this tier list that I talked about in the like Apollo Shadow section and all that stuff and the clears. So let me know what your pure fiction runs go. How did you do there? If you could do 40,000, and what teams did you use? And yeah, if you enjoyed the content, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.